Special moment. Just how amazing has today been so far?
Today has been absolutely amazing. Every time we make a wish come true, it's like nothing else. It's just such a special day, not only for the wish kid, but for the family. You get to see them just living out their dreams. And so many of these kids spend so much time in and out of doctor's office, hospitals, and all they do is dream of what could be one day. And so being able to be like, you know what, you can be a Tiger today. You can see yourself on this field. You can then go back to school and tell your friends about this, because that's something else. These kids have a hard time with interacting with some of the kids their own age because they're not there all the time. So there's just so many elements of why these are some of the best days, and it's just an honor to be able to make these wishes come true.
You're doing excellent work, and I can already tell Matt said he wishes he could live this day forever. He already got to meet his new teammates. I saw him talking to Riley Green. What's it like to watch from an outside perspective on that?
It's so special just to see as they open up. Like I met Matt initially, and he was a little shy but more starstruck, and he is so comfortable. He is absolutely a Tiger. He is ready to be a professional baseball player. So to see them just open up and blossom and fully be like, this is my day, and fully see them smile. And Matt has no shame now. He is on the team and he knows it, and getting to see him, you can tell there's just that sparkle in their eye that sometimes wasn't there before. And so it's just one of the reasons you come to work and we're like, you know what, this is why we do what we do.
And you mentioned already the work side. AJ Hinch is always so focused on the game at hand, right, tonight. But he got to have this really cool raw moment with Matt today. Just what is it like to see the players, the coaches, step outside of that zone as well?
Yeah, it's so special for them to see how much of an impact they truly make on lives, whether it's fans that are watching them, but also these kids that are probably watching them from their hospital rooms. And so they get to see that, you know what, they're their superheroes. And just by meeting them, they are making an everlasting lifetime impact, a lifetime fan. They're going to remember this forever. And it reminds the players, too, of like, this is also what you do. You're making an impact not only inside the ballpark, but also outside in the community. Just everybody, there's a smile that you can bring to everybody's face, and you're making an impact, whether that's teaching baseball, coaching kids, or just meeting a kid.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Kara.
Mm-hmm. Tigers fans, that was Shannon Lapsley, the director of the Detroit Tigers Foundation, making wishes come true with Make-A-Wish Michigan. Thanks for tuning in to our From the Field report on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Jack Dimmer Lincoln, we know your time is your ultimate luxury. That's why we've designed our entire service experience around you. With our mobile service van, our factory-trained...
Where are you from? Chicago. One ball, one strike to Listad. And he lines one into left field. That's going to drop in front of Bo Jackson. Nielsen around third, coming to the plate. Goal! Wide hole, throws him out.
What the? Oh, my. What the? Wow, that Bo Jackson, the bound and hit with the arm. I'm impressed, and I'm not usually impressed that much.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that, like, it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some...
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
The call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Sunny skies, light breeze, still really pleasant in downtown Detroit. Hello again, everyone. We're getting ready to wrap up this three-game series. Tigers and Yankees rubber game of the three-game series. There's always a little extra buzz in the ballpark, Mr. Petrie, when Tarek Skubal's on the mound.
Yeah, there sure is. And I think both teams are, fired up for this one. Tigers certainly want to continue playing well here at home. But the Yankees, they've been struggling a little bit, and so they're going to be looking to win a series also. So two big teams kind of colliding heads here.
Tigers literally at a point where they can't afford to lose a series.
Right.
And when you have a chance to sweep like they did against the White Sox, you have to find a way to sweep. So important for the Tigers to take this series. Houston comes in for 4 before they head back on the road starting next week in New York. Ryan Weathers, who's finally healthy for a full season, at least so far through 14 starts, he's on the mound for the Yankees. The lineups are being exchanged at home plate. Let's take a look at the details with Dan.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Comerica Bank. Want to elevate your small business? Visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Leading off for the Yankees, at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting second, the designated hitter, Ben Rice. Batting third in right field, Jason.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
because you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Park, he turned in a beauty, but I think it's a little bit last night against Carlos Rodon. Kind of bring that ball up again off of him. If he gets ahead, he's going to try to get you with that sweeper and change up. He has given up 16 home runs, 8 of them in his last 4 starts in 23 and a third innings. So he's susceptible to the long ball. So if you can get one of those four-seam fastballs that hitters have done the most damage against, maybe try to get on that four-seam fastball. If you get it, just try to, hopefully it's a mistake and you can hit it out.
First pitch today will be brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers come in at 34-45. Yankees' best record in the American League, 47-31. Rubber game of the 3-game set, and the Yankees now get ready to face the 29-year-old from Hayward, California, grew up in Kingman, Arizona, making his 10th start of the year, Tarek Skubal.
You know, Dan, it's just you just have one of those feelings that Tarek is just getting ready to, have one of those Tarek Skubal. Yes, you just have that feeling. He's only making his third start since returning from the IL. And in typical Skubal fashion, he's only walked 2 and struck out 12 and 10 in the third innings. Has given up 3 home runs, which has ended up kind of hurting him a little bit.
Giving up 12 hits and 10 into the third. So he had a 4 2/3 inning start against Cleveland. Last time out, 5 2/3 innings against the White Sox. More contact that we're used to seeing. I asked him about his changeup because on the air we were talking about it felt like it didn't have that good downward move. And he said, you know what? I was really happy with the changeup. He gave up a couple of home runs against it. But he said, if I'm in the strike zone with a changeup, I'll take my chances with it every single time. Yes, a couple of home runs, but he said the greater body of work will tell you that pitch is going to be successful more often than not.
You know, and he's the best judge of it. You know, he can say and knows how it feels, and he can read the spin as well as anybody.
Paul Goldschmidt takes first pitch fastball outside, and we are underway. Here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit, Terry Skubal right away looking in at home plate umpire Alan Porter and saying, where was that pitch? It was a little bit outside. The 1-0, fastball high and away. Alan Porter is one of the very best balls and strikes umpires in the game. He's the crew chief. He's behind home plate today. Roberto Ortiz is at first. Jim Wolf at second. Alex McKay, today's third base umpire. Goldschmidt, good numbers against Skubal in his career. Changeup up and away, and a rare 3-0 count on an opposing batter with Tarek Skubal on the mound. 5 for 10 for Goldschmidt in his career against Skubal with 2 home runs. 3-0, pours the fastball in on the outside edge. What do we mean by good strike throwing his last time out? How about 94 pitches, 70 strikes with 13 swings and misses. The 3-1, swinging a fly ball, left field. This one's deep, this one's trouble, and that ball is gone. How about that? Paul Goldschmidt was sitting on a fastball, and he got one. Inner half. Third career home run against Tarek Skubal, 13th of the year, 1-0 Yankees, 1 batter in.
You know, I just don't think it's any secret why Paul Goldschmidt is leading off. Not only does he have good success against Tarek Skubal, but left-handers in general. And they're saying, you know what, I'm going to get him up as many times as we can while Tarek Skubal is in the game.
Goldschmidt's 7th home run this year against a lefty in 74 at-bats. Ground ball to second base. Hyu Lee scoops it off the shoot tops. Easy toss to Torque to get Ben Rice, who the Tigers have done a very nice job against. Paul Goldschmidt really is now the key bat in this lineup. I've been saying it's Ben Rice because he's got the great numbers, and it's really great numbers, but Tigers have handled him. Paul Goldschmidt's having an incredible, I guess you could call kind of a comeback season. 3 years of low productivity. At 38, he's been tremendous. Jason Dominguez swings and misses.
That was a good changeup right there. If that's any indication, it's going to be on tonight.
Strike one, swing and a miss. Back to back, perfect away.
Yeah, I'd say that he feels good about it tonight in the early going. That's for sure.
And then the home run that Perez hit off him, the kind of the surprise home run, Junior Perez, like, wait a minute, what is this guy doing getting a home run off Tarek Skubal? Was out there. Change up away, 3 straight, appealed to first. Roberto Ortiz says Dominguez did not go. And he said that I've always got my little, as he calls it, my little honey hole out there for where I want the change up to be. And he says, I was locating it there. Kind of that little rectangle away and down and a little bit off the plate. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Dispatches him with a 96-mile-an-hour sinker up. Average fastball 98. First start coming off the disabled list. After the surgery, remarkably, back within 5 weeks. We saw a pitcher last night who had a similar surgery to remove a loose body. He was out for, 6 months. Fastball velocity down a little bit last time out, a little under 97. Sinker, first pitch to the lefty Bellinger, misses the mark, ball one. But he says he's feeling as good as he has felt in a long, long time. Ground ball to first base, backhanded by Torkelson. Easy flip to Skubal, covering the base at first. Bellinger's soft ground ball out. Leadoff home run for Goldschmidt. And then a 1-2-3. Two ground.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
3-2 to Stewart. And he threw it right by him for strike three, so he came with a couple of four-seamers to get Stewart and end the inning. 1-2-3 for McLean, no score.
Now you know.
Well, they can watch the replay as Lowe takes a high strike for strike three. Nate Tomlinson punches him out. Second strikeout for McLean, who's retired the first four. It is very much a borderline strike.
That sinker is not as high a velocity.
The new Detroit Tigers games, only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits, always the best bet. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Early detection saves lives. Schedule your cancer screening today at carmanis.org/inspire.
Today brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Kevin McGonigal digs in. First pitch to McGonigal. A little bit low, ball one. The Tigers facing the 26-year-old from Loretto in Tennessee. Loretto in Tennessee, Brian Weathers. Making his 15th start of the year. He's had two injury-shortened seasons each of the last 2 years. 1-0, swinging a foul. Back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. McGonigal hitting .281. Dylan Dingler waiting on deck. This is a dynamic 1-2 punch to start any game for the Tigers with the way that McGonigal has hit all year and the way Dylan Dingler has hit in the month of June. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Sweeper, and that's a big weapon for him, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it is, yep. Opponent's hitting just 135 on that sweeper. Good 5-pitch mix. The four-seam fastball averaging a tick it's below 96 miles an hour. Also throws changeup, sinker, sweeper, and slider.
Fastball. The four-seam fastball and sinker have been hit the hardest. The four-seamer has been hit the hardest for power. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive, slicing down the left field line. Bellinger over. He'll make the catch. He was shaded that way. Good positioning. McGonigal looked like he might drop one down the left field line, maybe for extra bases, but there was Bellinger. Bellinger plays the heck out of left field. He covers ground. Remember, they played him in center a lot, but he has thrived in left field this year with the Yankees. It's range, it's arm, and he stops the running game.
You know, and I think that was well executed on both sides. With Ryan Weathers, they're knowing that they're going to pitch him away and kind of play him away. Fastball located up and away, and they got the result they wanted, right to Cody Bellinger.
Dylan Dingler takes fastball 96 away. The Tigers have really done a nice job attacking fastballs this month. It has led to the increased power production. This guy at the plate is having an incredible month, hitting not just for power, but for average as well. Sweeper a little bit low. Wells thought about challenging, did not. Dingler would have been happy if he had.
Yep.
Dingler's hitting .385 with 7 home runs, 13 of his 30 hits for extra bases. The 2-0. Ground ball foul. But Dan, and we've talked about it a lot. I was talking with him about it today, just the whole balancing when to know to take your shot and when to just hunt the base hits. And he's done such a good job. And they've been pitching him tough as he's gotten hot. Adjusting in the at-bat to find hits. The 2-1. Swinging a foul right back to the screen.
You know, and I walked up on that conversation, love to eavesdrop when you guys are talking. And, you know, one of the things that was interesting was we were commenting about how he goes up the middle and kind of the other way. And I've always done that. Yeah. You know, it's not, that's always been a big strength of mine. You know, it's not really anything new for me.
The 2-2 bounces a changeup. Weathers bounces the changeup to make it 3-2 on Dylan Dingler. The 2-strike hitting, I said, do you know how good you're doing with 2 strikes at above league average? He's like, no, not really. I think he had a little smile on his face. I think he knows he's done a good job. But he said, it's just about staying true to my approach throughout the at-bat. The 3-2. Got him. Backdoor sweeper froze him. It's kind of a perfect pitch, but it starts way over in that left-handed batter's box and then keeps digging, and that one caught a lot of the plate in the end.
Yeah, and that's something that he'll do. Ryan Weathers, he'll change speeds a little bit with that sweeper. He'll throw a hard one, and then he'll also throw one that's a little bit, maybe 3-4 miles an hour slower. So it'll start off the outside corner, and then you kind of give up on it, and then it works its way back and catches the outside corner.
Fly ball deep right center field off the bat of Matt Villian. Dominguez back, and he will make the catch, backpedaling onto the warning track. It feels like every fly ball is an adventure for Dominguez in right field. Made a nice running catch on a deep line drive. Good swing for Matt Vierling. It's a 1-2-3 first for Ryan.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
And you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher, just a rolling curveball. Hang it. Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there. And then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
was the ball in play.
Was the ball in play? He did, and he slapped his own glove thinking he had missed the catch when in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
On every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. By the Michigan Lottery's Detroit Tigers instant ticket and online games. Anthony Volpe leads off for the Yankees. First pitch, fly ball on a line to left field. Riley Green over and in a few steps, makes the catch. Curveball down. Volpe came into the game 0 for 10 with 6 strikeouts against Skubal. Lines out to start the second inning. I'm channeling the Melton game from his last start where he gave up that home run to start the game. And then that was it. That was the only hit Troy Melton gave up in a 6-inning start. Jazz Chisholm at the plate. First pitch, fastball 97, right at the belt, strike 1.
I just think back to that WBC outing where it was the first pitch of the game and somebody hit a home run. He says, you know, we're not even talking about it if he fouls it back. So,
you know, sometimes they miss and it gets fouled back.
Yep. And sometimes they hit it for a home run. So, like you said, yep, hopefully that's just it.
That's it. McGonigal, McKinstry, Lee, and Torkelson on the infield for the Tigers tonight from third over to first. The 0-2 to Chisholm, swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Kind of got an old-timey look with his uniform pants. Kind of baggy pants and the high socks pulled right up to the knees. He had the big hit in the game last night. Big 2-run home run late. Check swing, did he go? Appeal to third. Alex McKay says no, he did not. Chisholm, power, speed guy, hitting .230. As we said, he's pitchable. He's always a threat, but definitely better against righties than lefties. The 1-2. Way inside. He kind of dives into the plate, and he almost dove into a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's such a perfect description right there. It's just, hunting something out over the plate, a slider or a four-seam fastball, and had to jackknife out of the way of that sinker. That's a good pitch.
He's improved against lefties the last couple of years, and as we've detailed, Tarek has struggled most against lefties this year. The 2-2. Fastball high. These lefty numbers make no sense, given that the last 2 years, lefties have a combined OPS right around 500. The 3-2. Swing and a pop-up. Playable. Jake Rogers tosses the mask away, heads over toward the on-deck circle for the Yankees, makes the catch. 7-pitch battle. Chisholm pops out for the second out of the second inning. Lefties have hit around 200, no power. Again, OPS around 500 the last 2 years. That's around 250 at-bats against Tarek Skubal. And this year, it's only 47 at-bats, but they are hitting .340 with some power. And it makes no sense. With a 900 OPS. That will change. Bold prediction. It's going to change, and probably right about now, given the track record. Caballero takes a pitch high and away. Jose Caballero comes in hitting .258 with 7 home runs. Had a solid year at the plate last year, ground ball foul, and limited at-bats after being traded from Tampa. He hadn't had much success at the plate with Tampa, and then they traded him to the Yankees. Pinstripes went on, batting average went up, power numbers went up, and he's kind of carried a lot of that into this year. The 1-1. Ground ball to third base, bobbled by McGonigal. He'll pick it up, throw, and still get him at first. Fine play, way to hang with it. Ball came up, kicked to his left, he made the play.
Love the way he just bounced on it, too. Dribbled right to his left, and he just pounced on that ball to get that third out of the inning.
1-2-3, second inning for the Tigers and Tarek Skubal. Tigers bat second, down 1.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. It would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Tie Cubs.
And these are Tie Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Station identification of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Roddy Green takes fastball low and away to start the second inning. Torque and IU leads to follow the 1-0. Riley swings and lifts a soft fly ball to left field. Bellinger in and toward the line, comes in a little more, and he'll make the catch right along the line, one step into foul territory. 1 up and 1 down in the second inning. Time for dollars on deck. If Hao-Yu Lee now gets a hit this inning, Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. The numbers for Ryan Weathers in 14 starts. It's really his first full year in a major league rotation. He had 8 starts with Miami last year. Injury-shortened season because of a lat strain. 16 starts in 2024. He missed half that season with a finger injury. And the year before that, he was up and down because he had so many struggles. He's been good when healthy the last couple of years, and that's why the Yankees were interested in him. Torque takes ball 1. Kind of a 3-part delivery. Line drive hooking down the left field line. Bellinger won't be able to get this one. One hop and to the top of the wall. Torkelson around first, and he will cruise into second. Standing up, the throw will go to third. Line drive double for Spencer Torkelson with 1 out in the second.
Yeah, just fell behind, and that's good hitting right there. Hunting a 4-seam fastball, 1-0. Got it, and lined that ball right down the left field line. Get himself into scoring position.
So, Dan, you would think with all the struggles with the 4-seam fastball, and the sinker's been hit for average, not as much power. I mean, he's given up 9 home runs and 78 at-bats off the 4-seam fastball this year. You would think the Tigers are up there hunting it until 2 strikes, right? Lee takes a pitch up and away.
Yeah, exactly. And the sinker, it's late. It's got some late sink to it. It's not big like you think of Framber Valdez and the big horizontal movement, but it's late and goes straight down.
1-0 sweeper away. Hao-Yu Lee, as we know, loves to swing the bat, has a good hitter's count, 2-0. He's being disciplined in this at-bat. Lefties actually had the edge against Weathers this year. The 2-0. Sweeper bottom rail, called the ball, and no challenge by Wells. I'm surprised. He made a couple of good challenges last night. That would have been a successful challenge. He thought about it, but Hao-Yu Lee has a rare 3-0 count. The 3-0, fastball up and away, and that is a rarity. Hao-Yu Lee walks on 4 pitches. That's good plate discipline, Dan, because he's almost up there always aggressively swinging early in the count.
And you're right about it. They almost looked like they wanted to challenge the 1-0 pitch. And then I thought for sure that they would challenge the 2-0 pitch. And at that point, Hao-Yu Lee is just saying, you got to put it on a bucket here.
Yeah.
Or put it on a tee.
Or in a bucket on a tee.
There you go.
2-1 with 1 out for Ben Mulgeri. Not a bad major league debut. 2 sharp line drive singles to right. First pitch sweeper. Backdoor strike 1. Torkelson can take a pretty good sized lead off second base. Weathers gets an average number of ground balls. Very few double plays turned behind him. Only 2 in 14 games. Middle of the infield and double play depth. Mulgeri swings and misses, and that's how he attacks righties. Changeups and sweepers have been his by far most successful pitches. So it sounds like, Dan, it's all about reading that changeup out of hand.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If he gets ahead, he's going to throw that changeup just like Tarek Skubal, and they're not strikes. They're down and away from those righties.
0-2 goes back to the changeup. Good discipline for Ben Mulgeri. 2 for 3 in his debut last night. Just steady improvements. The last 3 years, big breakthrough season last year in terms of being hit for average and some nice power numbers. He maintained it this year. The 1-2. Changeup down. Good plate discipline, too, for Ben Mulgeri. There's some swing and miss in this bat, but watching him move in the outfield last night, Dan, and the approach and hitting fastballs, this is an athlete.
Just, yeah, those fastballs he hit up and out over the plate. That's what, if those changeups are up a little bit out over the plate, he's going to poke them into right like he did last night.
2-2 away. Oh, Alan Porter made us wait. He hesitated, then stood up, then rang him up. Was off the plate, but Ben Mulgeri did not want to challenge.
Boy, how many changeup in a row was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 in a row.
4 in a row to end the at-bat.
Yep.
So never saw a fastball. Brings up Zach McKinstry, quietly putting together some really good at-bats in the month of June. Weathers on the rubber, stepped off. Again, lefties with a slight edge in their early at-bats this year. Just over 60 at-bats. Lefties have hit 280 with some power. Righties have hit 213, also with some power. Stan said he's giving up home runs, especially lately. First pitch to Zach McKinstry, up and in. Zach hitting 234 in June. You're saying, well, that's not great. But 234 with 7 walks and 4 extra base hits in his 47 at-bats. Only 9 strikeouts. He's making a lot of contact right now. Feel good with him at the plate. The 1-0. Swinging a foul out of play. I was asking about that line drive rate. We've talked about it a lot. I said, well, we've been talking about it a lot. I really should ask you. And the adjustments have been made. He said, I just got in a bad habit. He had a sore left knee. He said, I got in the bad habit of protecting it. And so my left foot was coming off the ground, the heel coming off the ground. So it wasn't that good anchor on the back leg. I couldn't drive off it. Fastball in. And he said, I just wasn't getting to pitches like I normally do. And they kind of figured it out a few weeks ago. He said, it still creeps back in, but when he stays down, that left foot is anchored to the ground. He said, now I feel like I've got that good line drive stroke back. The 2-1. Swing a line drive. Base hit into center field. Torque around third coming home. Tigers have tied it at 1. Another good at-bat for Zach McKinstry.
Well, as soon as you said that, that was exactly what he did. That ball was not crushed, but it was just that line drive stroke. Got that sinker in on the hands and just fought it off, muscled it out into center field, just out of the reach of Anthony Volpe. Another big 2-out hit by these Tigers. They continue to score runs with 2 outs.
Doesn't matter how hard you hit a line drive. They drop in for hits. Think 700, 900 every year. That's the batting average and slugging percentage on line drives. Doesn't matter how hard they're hit. A line drive is usually a hit. Every year, 700, 900. Just remember those numbers and you'll be pretty close by the end of the year. That's why Zach McKinstry had such a good year last year. And now we're starting to see him drop in hits. Line drives everywhere. 1-0 on Jake Rogers, the 1-0 pitch. The sweeper captures the middle of the plate for a called strike.
You know, the other thing about Zach, too, is he's playing all the time now. You know, He's not going to sit against lefties because of that reason right there. He stays in well, doesn't have any problems hitting lefties. Once he gets on base, you're going to start seeing some stolen bases, too.
That's right. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to first. He did not. Roberto Ortiz on the appeal. The good hitters count for Jake Rogers. Weathers work a little bit. Opponent's hitting 228 overall in his 81 innings of work, a walk rate of 2.5. And again, high strikeouts, 10 strikeouts per 9. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Ooh, Jake down to a knee. Trying to find the changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't know if that was so much the big swing right there or if he just kind of slipped or a combination of both because got in that hitter's count, and he did. He took a big swing.
Oh, he took a big swing. Yeah, I think he did. The cleats gave way, but...
A little bit of both,
He was trying to launch. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Stayed with the changeup. That's his pitch. Jake Rogers strikes out. Zach McKinstry comes through with 2 outs. We head to the 3rd inning. Tigers and Yankees. Rubber game of a 3-game series, and we're tied at 1 after 2. On the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
If you have...
And Rogers has tossed a shutout through 7. Just 1 base hit allowed for Trevor Rogers. He was marvelous.
8 strong innings for Cantillo. Allowed just 1 run on 4 hits. Took him 98 pitches to do it. What a night it was for him.
It's a homer! Ozzie just hit one into the chop house.
Schwarber, 26, 27, 28 of the year.
for one of the best sluggers of the generation. Harper is 3 for 3, and by the way, here in the third inning, Harper homer double single. Harper to left center field, headed for the gap. Got a try for 3, don't you?
He's got a triple, and he's just hit for the cycle.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
McMahon hammers that into left center and deep. Peters back, looking up. That ball is gone. Ryan McMahon continues to be Mr. Oppo. This time over the 399.
Well, that's impressive stuff right there. McMahon, again, more than half his home runs have gone the other way. And he knew this off the bat. He was jogging down to first. So, I mean, that's a lot of power from the lefty going the other way.
Wells, left-handed batter, first pitch swinging. Swings, pops it up, fouling out of play. 1-1 tie. We're in the top of the third inning. Home run for Paul Goldschmidt to start the game. Third in 11 career at-bats against Tarek Skubal. And 6 up, 6 down since. The strike one. Sinker misses low and outside. Wells' mighty struggles so far this year. A consistent source of power from the catching position the last 2 years. Always low batting average. And this year, low batting average and little power. Swinging a fly ball, foul down the right field line. Well foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes in hitting 164. He missed several weeks with just really crushing headaches. And it wasn't good going on to the IL. 10 for 75 funk for him in his last 23 games. And coming off the injured list, 1 for 4 in this series. Wind up the 1-2. Swinging a foul. Busted him in. 98 up and in. I keep thinking about that pitch being the pitch that Daniel Schneemann, of all people, hit out. 98 up and in.
Yeah.
And you could still say, well, he might have cheated to it. Okay, but that's not a great hitter. No offense, Daniel Schneemann, but he hit 98 up and in. It was one of the more amazing things in his first start off the injured list. The 1-2. Fastball 98 low and away. 23 pitches. That's all Skubal needed to get through the first 2 innings of this game. Pitch count in his first start. And now it's pretty much a just go. Generally, he's going to be done somewhere in the 90s in terms of pitch count. Wells fouls a pitch off. He's going to see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Much improved against lefties last year. And so far this year, 5 for 50 against left-handed pitching. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, broke out the curveball. It's only a once-in-a-while pitch. But, man, when he throws it, Dan, I love that pitch.
Well, I mean, Austin Wells, he's like, where did that thing come from? That was the last thing in the world that you're game planning for. Yeah, I know he throws it, they're saying, but he's not going to throw it. And he did.
I don't like the way Tarek Skubal's moving around behind the mound. He had a grimace on his face, and he was kind of holding down by the right groin area. He's going to get a visit pretty soon. He keeps grabbing at it.
AJ is getting up right now.
Doggone. It's just something is not right. Again, like the adductor area that we saw with, both Kenley Jansen and Casey Mize, and this is not good. This is not good.
And he came back and made a nasty pitch, but I don't see how in the world that he's going to be able to talk his way.
No, it's a grimace. He's walking very gingerly. He's coming out. I'm with you. I don't see how he possibly stays in this game.
Is he saying I'm all right?
I I mean, it was a grimace. He doesn't walk around and grimace very often. And then you saw him climb the hill, and you could tell that right after he threw the pitch, he was grimacing, and he's going to try to convince them. But I don't see. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, could it be just? I mean, no.
He gives that thumbs up. Man, they're gonna trust him. You know, he's earned that trust. You know, if he says he's okay, then he's okay. But boy.
The count is 0-1 on Max Schumann. Right-handed batter, digs back in. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup. I feel like I'm holding my breath on every delivery.
Yeah, it was 2 in a row where he was tugging at that right groin, and then 2 outstanding changeups.
The 0-2, swinging a foul out of play, 97. On a fastball up. 7 in a row since the home run from Paul Goldschmidt. The 0-2, swinging the fly ball, left field, deep trouble. Riley Green tracking, and he'll make the catch onto the warning track in left center. Sun has just broken through the clouds. It's kind of a hazy sunshine, not an easy play for Riley Green. Made a nice running catch. Now the lineup turns over for Mr. 6'4" with 3 home runs, Paul Goldschmidt. Those were his numbers against Tarek Skubal in his career. Hazy sun. First pitch, swing and a miss, fastball up and away at 95. And yes, we're keeping a close eye on that velocity after a little bit of a scare out there. Today's game brought in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Swinging a fly ball left field. This is crazy. Way back and gone. Another home run for Paul Goldschmidt against Tarek Skubal. Unbelievable. 4 home runs and 12 career at-bats, 2-1 Yankees.
He just tried to trick him, you know,
Curveball.
just came back with that fastball, challenged him, said, you know what, I don't think you can do it again on the fastball, and then just said, yeah, let's try something different, that curveball, and it's like he knew it was coming.
That's a stunner. 5 home runs now allowed by Skubal in his 3 starts, covering now 13 innings of work. This is a guy who just doesn't give up home runs. The 1-0, cue job foul down the third baseline. Ben Rice at the plate. I mean, how about that? He broke out the curve. Pitch that he doesn't even throw. What, 3% of the time?
Must have liked the result he got with Austin Wells, so I'll try it again.
Fastball, bottom rail, sinker 97 for a called strike. 2-1 Yankees on 2 solo home runs for Paul Goldschmidt. Home runs 13 and 14. Rice 0 for 10 in the series. The pitch, fastball high and tight, jammed him 97 right on the hands. Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. Injury report brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Tarek Skubal is healthy for now. That's a scare, though. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Another curveball. Rice strikes out for the 5th time in the series. Paul Goldschmidt's ownership of Tarek Skubal continues. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 2-1 Yankees. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
2-1 Yankees. Tigers bat in the bottom of the third inning. Kevin McGonigal takes a sweeper away. Top of the order, McGonigal, Dingler, Vierling. Slider backs up on Weathers for a called strike on the front door.
How would you describe Ryan Weathers' delivery when he's in the windup?
I'm trying to figure a way to describe it. Arms up over the head, then he brings the hands down, stops, and then goes into the rest of his motion. It's not really herky-jerky. It's like a two-part delivery.
Two-part, right.
Step back, arms up, down, stop.
Stop, going like it's the stretch.
Yeah, and then
go.
deliver.
Yeah.
And the purpose of that would be just to keep his mechanics all synced up. Swinging a soft foul out of play, slider away. That's a good foul from Kevin McGonigal. And that's, again, if not a superpower, that's a real ability to foul off good, tough two-strike breaking balls especially. Weathers works over on the first base side of the rubber, arms up over his head, stops the 1-2, swing and a pop up again, foul and out of play. It's like, I'm not sure he's going to throw too many fastballs the rest of this game. It's been nothing but, well, one fastball to McGonigal, changeup, slider, sweeper. The other four pitches, the 1-2, swing and a miss, got a sweeper away. McGonigal strikes out. Third strikeout for Weathers. It was a double for Torkelson, a Lee walk, and then a McKinstry two-out single that scored Torque to tie the game at 1. Tigers down 2-1 here in the third. This series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. The first pitch to Dylan Dingler, swinging a shot to short softly on one hop. Volpe will field and flip to Goldschmidt. 2 up, 2 down. First three hitters are combined to 0 for 5 now against Weathers. That'll bring up Matt Vierling. He's had the best swing. Although McGonigal lined out his first time up, Matt Vierling drilled the ball deep to right field onto the warning track. Jason Dominguez went back and grabbed it onto the track. Bellinger's very good in left. Schumann's solid in center. Dominguez and Adventure in right. First pitch to Matt Vierling is a sweeper. Away. Catches a lot of the plate for a called strike 1. Hazy sun right now. Very cloudy afternoon. Very pleasant. 74 degrees in game time. The strike 1. Change up way away. There's a chance that 4-pitch walk to How You Lead could be the last of the walks from Ryan Weathers. The 1-1. Changeup misses down 2-1. This is interesting. I mean, he's hardly thrown any fastballs the last 5 batters. Vierling waiting. He's got the good hitters count. The 2-1. Swinging a line drive. Base hit. One hop off the dirt up the middle. Waited for the sweeper. Solid line drive single into center field with 2 outs here in the third for Riley Green.
Yeah, that elevated sweeper, and Matt put a nice quick stroke on that. Recognized that it was up, and just a short, quick stroke that'll shoot that up the middle.
Riley, fly ball to left his first time up. Just a soft fly ball. Bellinger plays over and in toward the line with a lefty at the plate. Short, cautious lead for Vierling at first. First pitch, fastball, 96. On the black away, strike 1. Schumann in center will shade a little bit toward left center. Same for Dominguez in right. He'll shade toward the right center field gap. Volpe at short has played a very good, solid shortstop in this series. Shades up the middle. Big sweeping breaking ball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caballero's the third baseman today. That's a really good left side of the infield. Jazz Chisholm can make really fine plays. He's a little bit uneven by the numbers through the years. And those who watch him every day say that's probably pretty accurate. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Weathers. He just kind of turned and stuck the glove behind him, grabbed it. Easy toss to first to Goldschmidt to get Riley Green. 1-3 put out ends the third. Tigers get a single and no more. We head to the fourth inning. It's 2-1. Yankees on top after 3 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
Sixth pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
2-1 Yankees. 3-4-5 hitters Dominguez, Bellinger, Volpe here in the fourth inning. Terry Skubal works third base side of the rubber. Jason Dominguez batting from his weaker right side. Changeup, swing, and a miss. I think it might have been an equipment malfunction for Tarek Skubal. And there wasn't anything muscle-related. So that's our hope. Swing and a miss on a fastball up. He did a kind of a smile on his face at the end of all the chatting going on with Kelly Rhodes and A.J. Hinch. Change up low and away. Everything looks fine, Dan. Yeah. I know he gave up the home run to Goldschmidt, but that's Paul Goldschmidt, so.
Those are 2 pitches that he threw were just absolutely perfect after he indicated something was wrong.
The 1-2 to Dominguez, swing and a miss. Finished him off with a changeup. That's an overmatch. Skubal against Jason Dominguez. He has struck him out twice. 4th strikeout for Skubal. All so far on swinging 3rd strikes. Instant replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. 4th inning brought to you by Wellside Windows. Cody Bellinger swings and misses at a changeup. Oh, he's got that dialed in.
Sure
today.
Does. He's in one of those grooves with that. It's doing just exactly what he wants it to do.
And he said, you know, sometimes the vert and the horizontal, not quite what he wants. Change up, swing and a miss. But tonight it feels like, Dan, it's diving.
And it's just the movement is what he wants. You know, where he gets that down and away from righties. But that one looked like it sailed a little bit.
0-2, swing and a miss. Slider at the belt at 90. Bellinger's been better against lefties and righties this year, and he's dispatched on 3 pitches. Tarek Skubal now with 5 strikeouts.
Bellinger was just hunting fastball, and
he wasn't going to get it.
He wasn't going to get one. And
Anthony Volpe, 0 for 11 in his career against Skubal. Takes a curveball high. Big miss. Skubal kind of hops off the mound. that was just a little bit in frustration that he missed so big. He's throwing that pitch a lot, Dan. Kind of surprising. The 1-0. Sinker misses low and away at 97. Tarek Skubal had thrown 23 curveballs all season. The 2-0. Swinging a ground ball to short, softly hit. McKinstry scoops it off his left shoot top, flips it to Torkelson at first. On a 2-0, Anthony Volpe, who's had a good series at the plate. Soft ground ball to short, and another one.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
No, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Schlittler, 25 years old. He spent the season until June in Double-A last year, then moved up to Triple-A, and he was called up to the Yankees on July 9th, and what a difference he made. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the sinker. Swing and a miss. That's the sinker. 4 strikeouts in a row, 8 on the game.
Something fun. How about Vegas? The D.com, the D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
This is special stuff from Tarek Skubal today. Average fastball is 97.5. Working third base side of the rubber. Outfield playing straight up. Higher Lee is right up the middle on this righty. The 1-2. Swing and a slicing foul down the right field line and out of play. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Yankees. They've made the only error of the day. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Tigers. The error did play into the Tigers' second run. Skubal sets the 1-2. Fastball a little bit high. Long at bats this inning. 5 for Schumann, 9 for Goldschmidt. Now Jason Dominguez will see at least 7. Pretty aggressive hitter. This pitch is close. He should be swinging. 2-2, swing and a pop-up foul and out of play. Got a piece of the changeup and it was in a good location. Low and away. Clouds blocking the sun. As the sun begins to descend. Sunset's about an hour from now. Dominguez now waiting on what will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the way. Fastball misses big. 95. Second at-bat of the last 3, where pitch number 8 is ball 3. 3-2, 2 outs. That loosens up Ben Rice. This at-bat started 0-2. The 3-2 swinging a high fly ball left field. Oh, my. Way back and gone. Jason Dominguez got a changeup over the middle of the plate, and he did not miss. 3rd home run of the year is a 2-out, 2-run home run in the 6th inning to make it 4-2 Yankees.
You know what? This inning, I think, has taken it out of Tarek a little bit. He was just getting those extra pitches to strike Goldschmidt out, and then that at-bat to Dominguez, he expended a lot of energy right there and then just did not make that perfect changeup, and he knew it right away as soon as he let go.
A.J. Hinch out, Summers and Anderson both warming in the bullpen. Just a fuel check maybe, and just an opportunity to give Tarek a moment. Man, oh man. He had overmatched Dominguez in his first two at-bats.
Yep.
Absolutely overmatched.
You can just tell when Tarek starts to kind of know that the inning is taken out of him. He gets a little bit tired.
Swinging a baby pop-up to third base. McGonigal step onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. Bellinger pops out. Jason Dominguez with a big blow. Last night it was Chisholm in the sixth inning. Tonight, Jason Dominguez.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I helped this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back? To get back? Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black it."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for me. Just saying. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Swung on, bang toward third. Fielded, dropped by Zimmerman. Now he can't come up with it. It's in his jersey. It went in his jersey. He kept looking for the ball, and it stuck underneath one of the buttons into his jersey.
How did it do that?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
And what's the ruling? A base hit. Two-run double.
$20 a month. Official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
Spencer Torkelson takes ball one to start. Bottom of the sixth inning, 4-2, Yankees on top. Weathers bounces a changeup. Torque with a double and a walk. He has scored 2 runs. The Tigers 2 runs tonight. Run in the second, a run in the fourth. It was this part of the lineup that did the damage. Torque has reached twice. Ayu Lee has reached twice with a walk and a single. Torkelson with a double and a walk. Zach McKinstry would be due up fourth this inning. He's got an RBI. That was back in the second. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Sweeper middle, but it's got some bite at the plate. Sixth inning is brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Going to experience the Demmer difference. The 2-1. Torque swings at a slider, pops it up foul, and safely into the seats. Bullpen getting busy for the Yankees. Fernando Cruz getting loose. Jacob Waguespack is getting loose for the Tigers. It was Summers and Anderson last inning, the 2-2. Swinging a line drive, caught by Volpe. A step to his left. It almost handcuffed him. He took a step to his left, and then he kind of caught it right by his left thigh. Good swing for Torque. It's the first out of the sixth inning. 106 off the bat. Can't do more than that.
No, I was going to say, Torque with the double and the walk and the 2-run scored, and then that good line drive there.
Swinging a line drive single into center for Ayu Lee. Walking 2 singles. Look at the hits this third trip through the order. You got to believe Aaron Boone's going to be going out to get Ryan Weathers soon. He's faced 6 batters second trip through the order. McGonigal doubled to the warning track and straightaway center. Dingler bounced out. McGonigal was cut down in third. Bierling line drive to left center. Schumann diving grab. Green line drive toward right center. Sliding grab by Schumann. Both line drives hard hit. Torkelson lines out, and now lead line drive single. I feel like this is still an opportunity for the Tigers to do some damage. Change up to Ben Malgeri. Has he seen anything but a change up? Yeah. Swinging a tap foul off the end of the bat. Middle of the infield and double play depth. Again, not many double plays turned behind Weathers, just 2 in 14 games. Short, cautious lead for Hayuli at first. The outfield straight up to strike 1. Fastball misses high and away. Check some scores on the 1-800-CALL SAM Studio scoreboard. Brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Guardians score a run in the 10th inning after the White Sox had tied the game late. Well, Jerry with a sacrifice fly last time up, swinging a foul at a fastball and fouls it out of play. And seeing a lot of off speed. He got a fastball there, was a little bit late. White Sox scored 2 in the 9th to tie it. Guardians score in the 10th to win it 4-3. Fastball up 96. Ben Malgeri swings and misses. Strikes out on high heat. That'll leave it up to Zach McKinstry. Weathers has gone 6 innings or more 7 times this year. This is, you would think, the end of his night. He might get to face Rogers if McKinstry reaches, but Cruz is definitely ready in the bullpen for the Yankees. First pitch to McKinstry. Sweeper, bottom rail, strike 1, perfect pitch, line drive single, first time up, called third on an 0-2 his last time up. 4-2 Yankees. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The last 4 pitches to Zach McKinstry have been absolutely perfect.
They sure have been. The strike 1. Fastball a little bit low. Wells likes what he sees. Points the glove out. The count is 1-1. Philadelphia 3-2 over Washington. That game's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies in 2nd in the East, 5.5 behind the 48-30 Atlanta Braves. Tampa Bay 5-2 over Kansas City in the bottom of the 5th inning down in St. Petersburg. The 1-1. Swinging a foul out of play. 1-2 on Zach McKinstry. Pittsburgh leading Seattle 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning for a long time. Everybody in the National League Central was above 500. Pittsburgh trying to get back to the 500 mark. Milwaukee continues to lead that division by 6 over St. Louis. Again, Pittsburgh 5-1 over Seattle in the 5th in Pittsburgh. The 1-2, fastball high. 4-2 our score here. Yankees in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Just taking the lead. Jason Dominguez home run off of Tarek Skubal in the 9th pitch of his at-bat with 2 outs in the top half of this inning. Short, cautious lead for lead at first. The 2-2 is swinging a little pop fly foul safely into the netting past the Tigers dugout. Tigers and Houston Astros, really odd part of the schedule right now where the Tigers play the Astros, come home and see them basically a week later. And then they're going to play the Yankees here and then start the road trip in New York. So they play Houston and the Yankees, just 2 series, and they will both be within a 10-day period. For each team, the home and home. McKinstry, the 2-2, swinging a line drive left center field. Bellinger over and in will make the catch. Almost overran it. They had to reach back to his right. McKinstry line drive, but it hung up for Bellinger. Single and no more.
Oh, just go up and get it. What a grab by Antonacci.
Welcome back, Dalton Varsho.
Crawford out of the glove. Emerson to first. Wall play, tip the catch.
Long way to go. Can he get there into a slide? He makes a spectacular catch. Lucas over made the catch.
Diving catch and left. How about that?
And leaping on the warning track to make the catch.
Jacob Young after it, onto the track, near the wall, he's got it! And a diving puck from Stock. What a play to save a pair. Diving play by Wilson, gets to his feet, small throw to first, and he got him. That's how we start the ball game. He makes a sliding grab. First Pages, then Call. This is a tremendous play.
That was outstanding.
From foul territory, throws to first in time. He's done that once or twice. Reaches out, dives, and he makes the catch. Whoa, what a play!
They've got a man picked off. Chavez hits the top of his hat. Now they get Napoli at third base. How about that? It hit the top of the helmet of Chavez and bounced directly at an Angels infielder. A huge out here in the 7th inning.
Oh, they dodged a huge bullet there.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see home is right here in Detroit.
4-2 Yankees, top of the 7th inning. Dan Dickerson, Dan Petrie, so glad to have you along for the wrap-up of this 3-game series. Paul, Sarah, and Tim Jetski are engineers for the wrap-up. Jacob Waguespack making his 3rd appearance for the Tigers. Anthony Volpe at the plate in first pitch. Cutter misses, low and away, ball 1. Volpe, Chisholm, Caballero.
Yeah, been a week since Waguespack has pitched, but 2 scoreless innings his last time out in Houston.
He needed that because he gave up a couple of home runs his first time up. And he had told us his bread and butter was his fastball. He'd gotten beat on 2 cutters when he gave up the home runs. And then we saw that fastball last time out, Dan. It's not big velocity, but it plays up because of his 7-foot extension. When he delivers the ball, it's quite close to home plate. And it's got some hop at the plate. 3-0, the count on Anthony Volpe. 3-0 pitch, fastball outer third for a called strike 1.
Yeah, big thing to come in and just throw strikes. Just wondering how accurate he'll be, just having not pitched in over a week.
3-1, swinging a fly ball, left field, deep, but playable for Riley Green. To the edge of the warning track, makes a catch. Volpe made a bid. It's the first out of the 7th inning. The final line for Tarek Skubal in this game, brought to you by Fogger Law. Doggone it, that's all I can say, Dan. 4 runs on 4 hits, no walks and 9 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. 85 pitches, 62 strikes. There was a lot to like about that start.
There certainly was. It's just the home run ball again kind of just did a little bit of damage to Tarek.
Give up 3 home runs. Yeah. This is what he did. Solo shots to Goldschmidt, 2, and then Dominguez, the stunner. Young man who's struggling, not good from the right side. 2-run home run with 2 outs last inning, the 1-0. Soft ground ball up the middle, big hop for Hayuli, turns and flips to first base. On a 1-0, Jazz Chisholm grounds out, 2 up and 2 down. Tarek Skubal in this game got a whole lot of swing and miss. If I'm counting this up correctly, 20 swings and misses.
Yep.
12 on the changeup. Fastball, swing and a miss. So 93, and it looks like it's 93 middle, and that was. And now Caballero is grabbing the lower right side of his rib cage or lower back. He took a big cut and he felt something in his lower back. He grabbed it right away. I think he's going to be coming out. Aaron Boone, trainer. The good thing is, Dan, that Tarek Skubal finished this game healthy. after a brief scare earlier in the game that we think we're going to call it a equipment malfunction.
Yeah, I mean, because that was very scary. That was one of those ones where how is he going to talk his way out of this one? But then
grimacing, grabbing.
But then laughing, and I thought he said, I'm all right. You're kind of trying to read lips out there, and then just when everybody went in, there's no way that they were going to allow him to continue if it was a groin or something like that. No way.
Well, Caballero's going to stay in. He's still grabbing at his lower right back.
Has he taken a practice swing yet? You know, like, now he's kind of moving around.
All right, so you go. You're the guy in the mound. Do you go right up and in with a fastball?
That's what I'm saying. You could like try to get him a chase.
Change up.
Or chase something.
Strike one.
Like that, right.
Good change up, swing and a miss. Really good change up from Waguespack. He's a good player who can play all around the infield. Can hit a little bit, or at least he has since he's come to the Yankees. Swinging a foul out of play. League leader in stolen bases for Tampa the last 2 years. It was Tampa and then the Yankees last year. 4-2 Yankees are in the seventh inning. Only 4 base runners for the Yankees. 3 home runs. It's what they do. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. Another good inning for Waguespack. Nice to see him bounce back after his first outing that was rough. Now 3 scoreless innings. Strikes out Caballero to end the 7th inning.
Swing big, you sip big. Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Find your bliss at drinkcarbliss.com. McLaren Health Plan is the only Medicaid plan offered in every county in the Lower Peninsula. To learn more, go to mclarenhealthplan.org/Medicaid.
By Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the Snethkamp Automotive family is celebrating 100 years in 4 great Michigan locations. Camilo Duvall takes over on the mound for the Yankees. Low walks, a strikeout an inning, but Dan, he's been somewhat hittable so far this year.
Yeah, right-handers, he's getting out to the tune of 155 batting average, but left-handers, hitting 368 with a 989 OPS.
Jake Rogers takes first pitch fastball middle at 100 for a called strike one.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, when he was with, San Francisco, I mean, you thought there was no way this guy, he was saving. I mean, and then all of a sudden, Tigers went out there and he got sent down to AAA.
Fastball for a strike. It's a cutter at 100. Yeah, I mean, he was the Giants' closer 3 years running. Yankees picked him up last year. The 0-2. Slider misses down. traded at the trade deadline to the Yankees, and he has not been nearly as effective with the Yankees as he was with San Francisco. 3.29 ERA with San Francisco. That's over 260 innings. The 1-2. Slider misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGonigal, Dingler to follow. With the Yankees in ERA over 5 in 48 innings of work. He's given up 49 hits and 17 walks. Home run ball has been a problem for him this year. Works first base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Way away, consistent. 99. They're all cutters, aren't they, Dan?
Yeah, and he throws sinker, cutter, slider, mixes an occasional changeup. But yeah, he's just going to rear back. I mean, he's rearing back and just slinging it in there.
3-2. Whoa, big miss. Yeah. He bounces it to the backstop. He got ahead of Jake Rogers 0-2, and he lost him. How about that?
Boy, and then the lineup flips over. And now you got the heart of the order coming up, and man, and Dylan Dingler, I mean, or Kevin McGonigal, my goodness. After those pitches that weren't even close to Jake Rogers, think about how Kevin McGonigal is just going to sit there and wait and just get something right there that he can drive.
The ball sets up first base side of the rubber. Fastball low and in, but when he sets, he places that left foot way in front of the right, and he actually kind of angles the left foot toward the left side of the infield. So you see the number on the back of his uniform, 75. It looks like he's setting up to throw a pitch right into the third base dugout. A little crossfire action, the 1-0. Down and in. Wow, big misses. Vacation. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Zach McKinstry leads off for the Tigers. Colt Keith has grabbed a bat. He's on deck. David Bednar on the mound for the Yankees. Tigers down 2. Need a base runner to bring the potential tying run to the plate. Zach McKinstry swings, fouls it out of play. This guy is tough. He's having a very good year. 32nd appearance for Bednar.
Yeah, he was in last night's game, picked up his 15th save through 17 pitches, and he's a tough customer.
Swinging another foul out of play. Fastball riding 96, top of the strike zone, 0-2.
And then couples it with that good curveball and split finger, and he's on a roll right now, too, with a season-high 11 scoreless inning streak.
The 0-2. Dotted. Splitter. And
That is challenging the strike call.
Zach McKinstry is going to challenge, but this is a strike.
It looks like it.
And he's going to be out.
Ball's confirmed. Detroit has 0 challenges remaining.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Bednar, lefties, righties hit him about the same in his career, but last year and this, he has been tougher on lefties. Splitter, strike on the outside edge. Tigers are going to see splitters in their sleep. We saw some of the best we've seen in a long time from Cruz last inning. Soft tap foul on a splitter down. Bednar's isn't bad either, is it?
No, and I think just exactly what you were talking about, the difference in speeds. This one's a lot harder than Fernando Cruz's. It's got late break again, but not as big a break as Cruz's.
The 0-2 to Colt. Splitter down. 3 straight splitters to start the at-bat. McGonigal waiting on deck. Tigers need 1 base runner to get the potential tying run to the plate. The 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play. Bednar definitely more hittable on days when he is making a back-to-back appearance. Small sample size, but I'll take it. Opponents hitting .310 in their 29 at-bats with 5 extra base hits.
And it ending in a third save, too, so he had the 2 ups.
Yep.
Had to strand a runner in the 8th inning and then come out and throw the 9th.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right, the outfield straight up. Keith waiting on a 1-2. On the way, swinging a soft ground ball to first, backhanded by Goldschmidt off to his right, little underhand flip. Kind of a frisbee flip to Bednar, but it got there eventually. Makes the play. The putout goes 3-1, 2 outs in the 9th.
He was tossing a beanbag, you know.
Bednar's like, hey, I hope that ball gets to me by the time I get to first.
Playing cornhole, just kind of throwing a beanbag up in the air, you know.
McGonigal, the Tigers' last hope. Bases empty, 2 outs in the 9th. Tigers down 2. First pitch. Curveball away. Ball 1. Tigers are out of challenges. Bednar works from the middle of the rubber from the stretch. Caballero at third is onto the grass, well off the line with Volpe up the middle, the 1-0. Perfect pitch, curveball. Boy, Alan Porter's good behind the plate, isn't he?
He's had a heck of a game, too.
Just strong, accurate strike zone. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive, base hit into right. Splitter was up. McGonigal was on it. Tigers still have life.
You wonder why Bednar was just staying away from it, throwing that couple of curveballs to start McGonigal's at-bat with, and then went to the split, and McGonigal was all over it. Here's another situation here, Dan, for Dylan Dingler with a couple of outs.
2 outs, 2 strikes. That's when he shines the brightest. Righties are hitting .250 with a little bit of power in their 59 at-bats. Goldschmidt will play behind McGonigal at first. Time called by who? Alan Porter just stepped out. I think Dingler called time. Alan Porter stepped out from behind catcher Austin Wells. Now we're ready. First pitch to Dylan Dingler is swinging a fly ball, right field, not deep enough. Dominguez comes in, makes the catch, and the Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Tigers after dropping game 1. Dingler flies out. Our final score, the New York Yankees 4 and the Detroit Tigers 2.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made